All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word and truth and sincerity. The brother Ash from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another video. Lord's will is edifying and exhorting unto the hopeful elect out there. And I'm just going to go into how the Lord is about to change things around here, okay? The Lord's finna turn up his servants, right? The men of the Lord will get power from on high, and we're gonna receive direct access to the infinite energy, all right, which is Yahweh, okay, through his son Yahweh Shai, okay. So these things that are coming, all right, the world is not ready for it, all right. But you know what? They're gonna have to deal with it. All right, you see all these movies with superheroes and all this superpowers and whatnot. Well, you're gonna see that in first person. Don't worry, you don't have to go to the movies anymore. It'll be happening in a city near you very soon. All right, because as the apostle Tahar deemed the year of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai turning up. Well, the left hand side you see how they're turning up, so the right hand side by default, because the Lord is a perfect balance, will turn up as well. So let's go ahead and start here in Isaiah 59. Isaiah 59 verse 19, it says, "So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them." Right, so the enemy has come upon us time after time, and they've always, slaughtered us. And only when Israel was would return to the Most High and seek him and follow his ways would he defend them. So now that we're living in a world where the only option we have is to come back unto Yahweh Shai if we want to receive salvation and get out of this hellhole, well, guess what? The Lord is going to lift up a standard like never before. All right, that's not going to be able to be stopped. Okay, it's going to be something that nobody has really been able to imagine. Okay, even these movies don't do it justice what the Lord is about to do with his men. Okay, so that was the point on that. Well, actually, let's read verse 20. "And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith Yahweh." So the Lord is going to come for those that have turned back unto him, repented, okay, put away that old man. This is the things that has been promised to the ones that serve him. And if you refuse to serve him, then he will not defend you in that day. But a time is coming, because now people just think we're some crazy guys, a bunch of losers, because we just read Bibles. But very soon you're going to find out the hard way that these were actually the warriors of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. The house of David is being risen up. So, like, what's going on here? Let's go to Jeremiah 16:16. All right, it says, so like I'm dealing with the stand computer. No connection. All right, it says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them." And what fishers? What kind of fishing is we talking about? Are we out there looking for sea bass, maybe some snappers? No, man. The Lord send out men of the Lord, okay, to what? To go be fishers of men, as he told Peter, all right, Andrew, James, and John. He would make them fishers of men, right? So here it is. This is what we're doing, and people take it lightly. We want to scoff and mock. Well, when that time comes, all right, and you're presented with well, let's keep reading. It says, "And after will I send for many hunters." "And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock." So the elites, man, you're gonna go hiding wherever you want. It ain't gonna work. You know, the Lord is going to lift up this standard, and his men will become hunters. And you know, everybody's got a rude awakening coming, including our people, man. You know, they're going to have to suffer the consequences. Okay, Salakia. Give me 1 second, brothers. All right. So this is what's coming, man. See, right now we're being peaceable. All right. We're showing restraint, showing patience, because that's what fishers do. You have to sit out there, throw the bait, okay, and wait for the fish to come. And sometimes you gotta throw the fish back in there. You know, if you're using a net, which that's how they fished back then, or still do today. But you know, you would catch some good and some bad. All right, but soon, what happens when you're a hunter? You're the predator now. Okay, you're out there taking life, so to say. And this is what's coming. The Lord is going to lift his standard up that Esau, Edom, all right, will not be able to overcome. And they're going to be broken into pieces. Let's go to Jeremiah 51, verse 20. It says, Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. So the Lord is going to use his people, all right, to destroy these kingdoms, man, to beat them into submission. All right, it's talking about Israel. Verse 21, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider, right? So all this, you militaries, you know, everything that Esau has to subdue others, that shit ain't gonna work on the men of the Lord once they receive that power, man. This is gonna be some power that's never been seen before. Okay, far greater than any technology that Esau could. Well, really, ultimately, it's all the Most High's. Okay, but anything that Esau has is nothing in comparison with the power the Lord is gonna give unto his men that fight for him. Okay, the ones that return unto him and strive, you know, for the salvation. It says, verse 22, with thee also will I break in pieces men and women, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. So the Lord, he ain't gonna have no pity. He gonna put a spirit on his men to wreak havoc on this place. All right, good movie to watch is Brightburn. Okay, the little kid, when he realizes what he was there for, he started kicking ass, man. He kept hearing the voice said, take over, take the world, something like that. And that's what he did. He was flying around, zapping people with lasers. Okay, and that's in the scriptures. People using lasers, all right, chariots, beams of light. Okay, there's a word, I believe is, which one is it? Is it horn, maybe? On one of these, I can't remember, but brother had brought it out. And in one of the definitions, it mentions rays of light or beams of light. That's a laser beam. Okay, so that's not far-fetched at whatsoever. But again, that power will only come to those that fight for the Lord and that have faith. Not just any old Israelite's gonna get power like that. All right, only the true servants of the Lord. Let's go to let's go to Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for these. Right, so you fighting for the Lord's going to lift up that standard, man, and fight for you. Because when you receive that, when whoever receives the power, that's ultimately the Lord fighting for you. And you have to trust and have full assurance that the Lord will be there for you in the time when you need it the most. All right, you might be on the brink of death. They about to cut your head off. And right there and then, because you held fast and refused to bow to Baal, all right? You refused to take the mark of the beast. Well, that last second, right before they kill you, the Lord could lift that standard up right there and then, and you start wreaking havoc. Look what happened with Samson's case. He prayed so to get that strength one last time, and he brought the house down. Literally, he killed everybody. You know, He killed more people than he killed in his whole life that day. Thousands. But you have to fight for the Lord, man. I mean, this is the simplest way I can put it. If you want the Lord to fight for you, then you got to fight for the Lord. Let's go to Psalms chapter 5 and verse 11. It says, "But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee." And there you go, man. So the Lord is going to defend us, man, in whatever way he sees fit. All right. And best believe it's going to be some miraculous things, man. When the prophets of the Lord become hunters, okay, it ain't going to be with no pitchforks and AKs. It's going to be with power from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. It's going to be something out of this world. Literally. Verse 12, "For thou, Yahweh, will bless the righteous. With favor will thou compass him as with a shield." There you go, man. Hey, the Lord can make us bulletproof, man. That's an easy thing. Bullets bouncing off of us. You think Esau got some robots and shit? That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Psalms chapter 20, verse 1. It says, "Yahweh hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the Most High, Salakia, the name of the power of Jacob defend thee." Right? Because in the day of your trouble, you better hope the Lord hear you. But are you making that connection now? All right? Are you being his fisherman now so you can become a hunter later? Are you being his servant so you can receive a reward? If not, the Lord ain't going to defend you. He ain't going to hear you in your day of trouble. Because that's when things, that's when things are really going to pop off, man. It's going to be that time where you need him to defend you, that he will defend you. You know what I'm saying? In a dire moment, when it's looking like ain't no way out, that's when the Lord's going to lift that standard up. And even before then, there's going to be miracles being done, being healed, people being healed and whatnot, raising the dead. Same things Yahweh did. The Lord said we were going to do the same works and greater. Some brothers might become Flash out here, man, just running past people like nothing. Some brothers might become damn juggernauts, Some brothers gonna take off and fly. One brother gonna have laser beams coming out of his eyes. One brother might have fire coming out his, be able to manipulate fire, water, so on and so forth. Where do you think they get all these concepts from for cartoons and movies, man? Esau is jealous because he can't do it. And the Lord is gonna make us real sharp, man. We're gonna be at one with him and with everything around us. We're going to understand all the operations of the elements and how everything works. Especially imagine in the kingdom how great we will be. But it's going to begin on this side. Let's go to Isaiah 41 and 14. It says, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel." The Lord said, he said, "Fear not." And hey, if you truly believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, there's nothing to fear except for Yahweh. Okay? So what can man do to us? What, they gonna kill you? The Lord can raise you back up. Okay? So this is the faith we need to have if you even want to be, considered to be partaking of this miraculous work that the Lord is about to do out on this earth. Because when you see men flying around and you ask how the hell they doing it, what do you think they're going to say? "Oh, I've been practicing 10 years for this." No, they're going to tell you that it's through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 15, it says, "Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff." Yeah, these governments, we're going to go around taking these people out, man. All right. America's gonna be wiped off the face of the earth, but we're gonna have to get down on these heathens that are still left behind. All right, take their governments down. If there's whatever military is left, it'll be beaten to powder, man. Verse 16, thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. There you go, man. We're going to be having a ball with Yahweh Shai when the New Jerusalem comes down. So putting these nations in subjection. But before that, you're going to see things on this side. And it's going to be wonderful. Maybe not for everyone else, but in the eyes of the elect, it's going to be a wonderful thing. This is going to be a scary thing for everybody else. It's going to be spooky. All right, we'll end off on this. It says Psalms 9:9. Yahweh also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in time of trouble. Right, because the Lord is going to be that defense for you, man. What can they do to you if the Lord, the Heavenly Father, the Father of creation, the Father of spirits is on your side? What can they? What are Esau going to do? Basis of man with his Ricky Dink technology, which is high level technology in this world, in this sense. But that's nothing when the Lord expands the power that we have. All right, because we have power. We have power already. That's why we're able to decipher these scriptures, and many other things. But soon it's going to turn physical. There's going to be a physical manifestation of his power, and it's going to be undeniable. Verse 10, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. So the Lord, man, he's got us, man. We just got to trust in him. And trust and believe that when you need him and call on him, he will be there. No ifs, ands, or buts, doubts about it, man. If you have doubt, then he won't be there for you. He won't hear you, like we read earlier in Psalms, what was it, 20? But nonetheless, verse 11, sing praises to Yahweh, which dwelleth in the Zion, declare among the people his doings. And hey, we've been declaring unto you his doings. and soon you're going to be seeing his doings in first person, all right? When the Lord turns his men up. When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them, he forgetteth not the cry of the humble. Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh, consider my trouble, which I suffer of them that hate me. Thou that liftest me up from the gates of death. So hey, the Lord's gonna defend us in these last days. And boy, when that standard gets lifted, you're gonna know, no doubt about it. Just believe and trust in Yahweh Shai, and there's a very good possibility that you're gonna get some power. All right, I'm talking to the ones out there slaving away for Yahweh Shai, doing this work, this labor, truly and sincerely. Your faith will be manifested. All right, the Lord said if you had a faith the size of a mustard seed, you could move mountains. Well, what do you think? What else can you do then? By now you should have faith more than a mustard seed. So what do you think the Lord's going to have us doing out here, man? Playing patty cake with people? Or lifting, beating them to powder like we read. Threshing them. Weapons of war. What are you doing in time of war? The Lord is a man of war, if you forgot. And he said we're his weapons of war. So he's going to use us to, like you use an axe or a sword. The Lord's going to use us. He's been using Esau as a sword, a whooping stick. Well, now he's going to use his elect, the righteous, to bring punishments on this earth, man. And this is righteous. It's a righteous judgment, It's going to be a righteous, slaughter. All right. So with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying. So next time I say shalom.